Hello everybody. As usual, at the beginning of each video, I would like to emphasize all the facts and evidence I provide in the video were established in the courts. Both the Youth Protection Court and the Superior Court have been shown to Quebec top authorities, Prime Minister, Canada top authority, including Canada Prime Minister, many other countries, um, international organizations, governmental and both governmental and non-governmental, some media. Today I'd like to talk about the third question I asked the Quebec Prime Minister as well as the Canada Prime Minister. Okay, I'll read it now. Why were good people inside in the institutions such as Youth Protection Agency, the school, police, CLSC, and etc. silenced while the bad people in various institutions were arranged to attack us with lies and fabrications? And this question is not long. It's shorter than the first two questions, but I can give you a lot of examples to let you know how this system is so powerful and scary. And the youth protection system uses my daughter's teachers to lie in the court to damage us, even damage my daughter, who was their students. Scary, huh? And we were damaged by that. Then the school principal could not continue see the damage that did to us. She stood up because she know I raised that child very well. Every semester there is the class conference. The school principal came down to talk to me, to hug my daughter. She loved my daughter so much. So good girl. There were 300 students, She can come out each semester to talk to us, talk to me, to hug my daughter. But this youth protection system damaged my daughter. Excuse me. My daughter. So I even use teachers to tag me as well as their student, my daughter. She could not see that, continue in seeing that damage. And but later she was silenced. And even she did some secret thing to help us use protection. I do not understand why, but I know there must be some big pressure on her. So she had to do something for those institutions. I understand that we human beings have some weakness sometimes, But I thank her a lot because she even around before she did bad things. I mean, I'm not sure, I guess, but before the bad thing, she even arranged the meeting, send the psychologist of school. Don't use the institution's psychologist, use the school's psychologist to bring me to talk to the youth protection leader. She helped me a lot, so I thank her. Talking about that youth protection leader, he was angry with the social workers damaging us. Immediately asked my dad, decided my daughter returned to me, But this leader decision was you can just ignore, and those bad social workers were still okay for him. Now you see why they're okay. That they could always be okay committing crimes, um, and even that school psychologist who brought me to see the leader, she will also change later. Of course, pressure from the youth protection system. I brought that psychologist to the school principal, clearly showing her damaging my daughter. He threatened my daughter to be this. You know, she cried. That psychologist, the school psychologist, cried, and I let her go. School psychologist still has some ethical standard. She could cry. Use protection social workers. Use protection psychologists. They never cry. they, they are so arrogant. They can kill people without being punished at any time. They never cry for cry for their crimes. And I called the police because my daughter was abused with violence. My daughter's ear was beaten. My daughter was even abused by her mother for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Beaten and scared my daughter like this. My daughter even sometimes fled life to me, knelt down to hug my leg, crying, "Help me, daddy," trembling for 30 minutes. The police were compassionate to my daughter, and my daughter was trembling again for 20 more minutes. Very scary system. And even before that, my daughter trembling. Before that, the police had already started the criminal investigation against those abusers in the youth protection system. But this criminal investigation was silenced. But later, my daughter will continue beat. Very scary system. And okay, I remember this. Okay, that day my daughter fled life, trembling. That day, those two police were so compassionate to my daughter, brought my daughter to me. But later, the two police officers changed their attitude and just say they take my daughter. Say my daughter was manipulated, and but they even kidnapped my daughter. In the court, after a few months in the court, I established the evidence to show the court these two police officers were not in the court. No punishment. They even the court judge deliberately use lie to help the police officers. No problem. I have all the evidence to show that. No problem. Judges are not what you are saying now. They are what not you think about before. Many of them are changing a lot, especially in youth protection system. And CLSC means local health minister, health center. This means the French means Centre Local de Service Communautaire. My daughter was taken away. This health center, local health center, sent a social worker to help us take back my daughter because it's too wrong. But these social workers was replaced later with the other two social workers from other center to help us use protection system to remind me of her mental health problem. And youth protection system can control everything. And of course, they have replaced many social workers to attack him. Because each time I show this social worker make crimes, they replace this criminal with new social workers. This new social worker will become a new criminal. It just replace one by one, and so that's why in the criminal list are sent to the Quebec authority, Prime Minister, Canada Prime Minister, Congressman. There are around 100 criminals. You see that? Of course, inside the exploitation system, so many workers are so bad. Now I said about 50% of them bad. Other good ones, 50% of good ones are forced to commit crimes with them. Even not, even that, for example, one social worker shows compassion to us, immediately was punished and kicked out, and she was replaced with new social worker. The system is very corrupted, so I'm happy I can have chance to share with you. Be careful. I will talk more details, then you know the skills how to deal with them. Thank you. Bye bye.